What are the top 5 countries in South America with the most beautiful women? Wow, this was difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you, South America is the worst continent to rank the top 5 country, man. Because the whole continent has beautiful women. Like every country's got beautiful women, like exceptionally beautiful. But yeah, I did my research as always, and I came out with the top 5, the best top 5 you're gonna get. You're gonna definitely want to see my top 5. So my number 5 position, I give that to Bolivia, man. Bolivia women are beautiful. They're gorgeous. Like they are, I can't even describe it, man. It's hard. Like they're all just so gorgeous. But yeah, Bolivian women are gorgeous and majestic. So I give them number 5. And for the number 4 position, I give that to women from Chile. Like Chile got beautiful women, man. Holy shit. Wow, I can't even explain it, bro. I can't explain it, but yeah, Chile women are beautiful. They are gorgeous. They are blessed, man. They are too beautiful. They're hot. That's what I'm gonna say. They are too beautiful, man. But yeah, I gotta put them number 4 because this list got like some crazy countries with insanely beautiful women. And for my number 3 position, I gotta give that to the women from Colombia. Wow, bro. I can't even explain this shit, man. I was doing my research on this shit and I was like, wow. Like every country I came across was wow. But yeah, Colombian women are exceptionally beautiful. Like they are exceptionally gorgeous. So yeah, they definitely go be in my number 3 position. And yeah, the top 2, this wasn't easy. But like always, I came up with the top 2 best countries. So yeah, for the number 2, I gave that to the woman from Peru. Wow. I can't explain this shit, man. I wish I could. But yeah, women from Peru are just blessed, bro. When you're talking about body, they got body. When you're talking about the face, they are beautiful, man. I'm not joking. So yeah, women from Peru, number 2. And for the number 1 position, the top spot. Come on, if you ain't expecting these, you got a problem. But yeah, my number 1 position is the women from Brazil. Woo, bro. Brazilian women are second to none, bro. They are goddess. They are beautiful. Body-wise, they are unmatched, bro. Those women are just too beautiful. It's insane. I don't understand how women could just be so gorgeous. But yeah, Brazilian women are the second to none. So yeah, they're definitely number 1 in South America. Yeah, that's my list. If you like my list, like the video and follow me for more. If you don't, you got a problem.
That's the top 5 countries with the most beautiful women via the top 10s.
Italy.
Italy is not in the top 5.
Wrong.
How? Right? It's wrong.
Spain.
Spain is not there.
That's wrong, then.
This website.
Moving on to the next question. Brazil.
Brazil is number 2, Brian. Brazil, woman, beautiful.
Russia.
Russia is number 3. I don't know about you. I don't agree with that.
Can I get like a Ukraine then?
Ukraine's not in
American?
there. Around Ukraine. Oh, American's number 5. United States.
We're on the list.
American. We're there. So Ukraine area.
Swedish. That's number 1.
Is number 1.
Everyone's beautiful there.
Isn't that crazy?
Everyone.
You need one more. You need number 4.
Australian.
Not Australian.
Japanese.
Japanese is number 4. Japan.
I think we probably have the most beautiful women in the whole world on this continent. I'm so serious. From every shade, every color. Man, it's so diverse here. The Americas have to have, to me, I don't know how you could pick a place that's better. Now, is it something that's on par? Yeah. They got some with some countries that's like the women are just as beautiful because women are beautiful all over. But I mean, come on, guys. Like, okay, let me start name dropping some places. You got North America. Like, all of the dimes in North America. Pick a city. Then you start going further south to like the Latin American world, right? Panama, Mexico. Well, of course you got Mexico, right? And they're attracted to Jamaica. I'm gonna just go through the Caribbean for a second. Cuba, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. Then you got Antigua and St. Kitts, Nevis. You got St. Lucia. You got Barbados. Grenada, Guyana, Dominica. Man, anyone that I'm leaving out, forgive me. Aruba. Like, you got so many just in the Caribbean, right? You got just the Caribbean alone. Pick your choice. The Virgin Islands. Alright, then let's get back to the mainland. Colombia. Argentina. You start going further south to like the Latin American world, right? Panama, Mexico. Well, of course you got Mexico, right? And they're attractive too. But then when you start going further south, it's like the closer you get to the equator, the more attractive the women are. I'm gonna repeat: the closer you get to the equator, the more attractive the women are. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, arguably, they got the most beautiful women on the planet. Just them alone. And a lot of people sleep on Haiti. And a lot of people sleep on the Dominican.
Date a Latina woman, there is no going back. Let me explain. I'm just gonna give y'all like 5 quick reasons of why I personally love dating Latina women, and I'll probably never go back. Number 1, Latina women have a different type of confidence. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's because they know what they have to offer and they know how sexy they are, but they just have a certain type of confidence. It's spicy, it's sexy, it's fun. They let you know that they don't need you. If you're good to them, they want you, they're gonna be there for you. But they definitely don't need you. Number 2, this one's pretty basic, but it's obvious. Latina women know how to cook. Imagine coming home from a long day or a long shift at work and you're looking for something to eat, and there's your Latina queen right there with a fresh plate of food. Lomo saltado. You're not eating cereal or hot dogs. I don't want to eat mac and cheese when I come home from work. I want a fresh plate of some shit with flavor. Number 3, I'm not gonna lie, I might be toxic for this one. I might be toxic. But arguing with a Latina woman hits different. It just does. I'm just gonna put it this way. Imagine your girl nagging and she's mad at you and you're going back and forth and she's bossy. All right, enough. But when she's doing it with an accent, when you don't even understand what she's saying half the time, that shit is sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I admit it. I might be toxic. But I like it. Number 4, this one is give or take, but in my experience, for the most part, it's true. Latina women are loyal. It's already hard enough to make a Latina woman fall in love with you because, like I said, they have confidence. They don't need you. But if you can actually get a Latina woman to fall for you and care for you, they're not going anywhere. They want to be there with you. They want to love you. They want to take care of you. Latina women are providers, caretakers. They have warm hearts. Sometimes a little too spicy, but they have warm hearts. They care about you. Number 5, this one's pretty important. Latina women are very family oriented. If you're dating a Latina woman, you're a part of the family, as long as you're treating the woman good. You're going to be spending a lot of time, holidays, cookout, quinceañeras, polladas, and the family is going to treat you like you're a part of the family, as long as you're a good person and you're treating the girl good. These are just 5 of the reasons that I love dating Latina women. If there's something I missed, let me know in the comments. Actually, I'm just going to throw a bonus one out there. Latina women are freaks. I said it.
Any country that you go to in the South of South America, you will be desired. But women will be interested in you because you are unusual, but you're not so unusual to the point where they're afraid to be in public with you. I could imagine in Asia and in Europe, women being afraid to be in public with you or worrying about what other people think.
Mom and I were talking about what it was like dating in Mexico. And, I asked her the question, in the U.S., for your first date, you usually go out to dinner. What do you do in Mexico? Where do they take you for your first date? And she was like, oh, you would usually go to the park. You usually go to the park, and they would have a músico there, and they would buy you a serenata. And I was like, oh, okay, so it was normal to like buy girls serenata back in the day. And she was like, yeah, you know, guys would always come by the house and like me cantaban serenata. And I was like, okay, hold on. What do you mean that guys would always come by the house and buy you serenata? What do you mean? And then she was like, yeah, you know, guys would always come by the house. And my dad would come outside and be like, I don't know why you guys are here. La rosa nunca sale. And I was like, I was still a little confused looking at her like this. Like, are you telling me that you were a player right now? She was like, yo siempre tuve un novio de colegio. Todos mis novios eran del colegio. Bien educados. And I was like, here I thought that I had an issue and that I was a problem, but it turns out that it is hereditary.
I don't never see no black men in men's groups on vacation.
So I'm a black man traveling in the Philippines right now. And I ain't gonna care. Before I left the country, last year I was on TikTok talking about who trying to lead the country with me. Nah. Made group chats with all my boys. Y'all, let's go to Thailand. Let's go to Venezuela. Let's go somewhere. Talking about niggas used to quit 2 weeks before the trip would come up. Folks to be in the group chat like, oh yeah, I ain't even got a passport. Things just happen, you know. Black men go through a lot of stress, bro. That ain't an excuse not to get away from it. Cause I told y'all, if you watch my vlogs, I told you how lit life be when you activate that blue passport. And this is not no against black women stuff. No, I love, bro, come on. Stand on business. Look at my old content. I love my sisters back in the States. I'm just saying, niggas be so lost in the sauce of they program, they'll go buy a zip, and they'll go buy some J's 4-5 times throughout the year. You could have used that money. You could have been in the Portuguese. You could have been, man, I'm telling you. But I'm gonna tell you this too. The solo people that you meet when you traveling make the trip worth it, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, like I meet so many cool people, black men, Puerto Rican women, Chinese friends. Like, bro, the people that you meet who are also on their solo travel journeys, y'all end up traveling together. Like, if you ever go to a party and you see a group of people kicking it, and they just having hella fun, and then somehow y'all end up at the same tables, and then y'all all vibing, you realize they all just met 2 weeks ago. They all just decided to hop on a boat and come to this island in the Philippines, and now y'all all on the same island about to go to the next one. Like, it really get down like that. So if you one of those people who was like me, who didn't want to leave without your homies, or you wanted somebody around, just know you're going to find people who resonate with you because they're already doing that. You ain't got to get on TikTok and ask everybody no more. Or you ain't got to go to the group chat and ask them, pull up on me. I dare you. Oh, no, don't pull up on me.
Why do black Americans keep asking me if it's safe to visit Mexico? You're a black person living in the USA. I think you're asking the wrong questions. Don't let the US propaganda get to you. We don't have sundown towns in Mexico. We don't have politicians constantly trying to gerrymander and redistribute district lines to diminish your vote. Mexico doesn't have Confederate statues in front of government buildings. Our second president ever was a black man. When did the US get their first black president? None of your neighbors in Mexico will ever call the police on you because you look suspicious. No police officer is ever going to pull you over here in Mexico because you match the description. Despite being a US citizen in the US, they will always treat you as a second-class citizen. I know that the USA has done you guys dirty for most of its history, but not every country is as messed up as the USA, guys. The worst thing that can happen to you here in Mexico is you get a stomachache because you had a great night with great food. But anyways, instead of asking, is Mexico safe to visit? Take a look around you. But anyways, what do I know? Let me know what you guys think.
A lot of Americans, we're kind of taught that you don't really, it's good to know another language, but it's not necessary. But I would say that things have changed because of immigration and so many people traveling to the United States. I'm gonna have to put my jacket on, guys. I'm feeling kind of chilly. 1 second. yo necesito my chaqueto. Shoot, I felt che frío. Shit. Whew. So, oh, that feels much better. Whew. Bien. So, so that's really huge, and it's so crazy that it's literally the second most common language spoken on this side of the ocean, and so many Americans can't even understand what these people are saying. Basic stuff. Like, I was like, man, I need to like get my Spanish game up. Then third, I started thinking, how would my life be if I was completely fluent and I could live in a Spanish nation? I could live in a place where Spanish was the spoken language and I could communicate effectively. Like how much more I would be able to enjoy traveling or living abroad. And that's another thing. Traveling to these places made me want to spend more time overseas. Like, of course, the cost of living compared to the U.S. is for an American is a little bit, this video is about how I am learned Spanish in the streets and not in the classroom. Uh, I learned my journey of learning Spanish, I guess, started in the classroom, but most of my real world experience and knowledge of speaking Spanish, the Spanish that I do know, I'm not fluent, but I understand enough of Spanish and I could speak enough of it to where I'm on my way to being intermediate. I'm tracking my progress live like right now, but estoy aprendiendo español en la calle, no en clase. I learned Spanish in like really in the street, like literally. Like, I want to thank you because she was so patient with me when I would speak just horrible dialect, horrible sentence structure, couldn't get my words out, it didn't even sound intelligible. I remember I was in Colombia and I didn't even know how to say "Me llamo Brian, soy del Estados Unidos." That's how bad my Spanish was. I couldn't even say my name is Brian and I'm from the United States. When I think about how, I don't even know how I was able to even um like do that. Like, I was in Colombia, can't speak any Spanish. The only thing I could say when I was in Colombia, since I was immersed in it, it was all around me. I really started picking up the language in like the first like 2 weeks of me being there, and I could ask Gino, a native speaker who spoke English as well, and ask him like, "Hey, how do you say this? How do you say this?" And from experiences like that is how I started learning Spanish. Fast forward a year or two later, I went to Puerto Rico. Now, yeah, it's a United States territory, guys. Because every time I say this, people always comment on my videos or tell me in person, yeah, but Puerto Rico is a part of the United States.
Nosotras casa. Sí. Hola. Hola. Hola, familia. In Americos, Americanas, Cubanos, Dominicanos, Gino, Colombiano, Jamaicanos, my Venezuelans, Venezolanos, todos. Trump, Biden, Harris, todo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, yo. My baby. AI, millennium, and modern day all in one, plus their traditional music that they sample. But that's kind of like how Puerto Rico and Colombia is. Cuba is a little bit different. Cuba has a lot of call and response in their music. So the artist would sing a hook, a chorus, and then like by the mid-chorus or even like the very first chorus, it's almost like the choir. I first heard the features with Manuel and Karol G, like Culpables, Secretos, those songs. Those songs got me into the genre because it reminded me of Ja Rule and Ashanti. I was like, oh, they kind of like Ja Rule and Ashanti. Like that's how my American ears heard it. And then a whole journey started like 7 or 8 years ago to where I'm at now with it. The difference, okay, so if you are an American and you're trying to get into a reggaeton, you know, first of all, let me shout out the countries that's making great music, of course. And I know, but it's kind of like its own thing. Puerto Rico, Cuba, Panama, Mexico. I'll go ahead and throw Guatemala and Honduras in there, Belize. Okay, but of course, heavyweights. Colombia, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba. They like the heavyweights of it, like of the Latin music. But the difference in the Latin American music is really interesting too. So like, I've been to Cuba, Colombia, and Puerto Rico. So like, I could speak on those. I would rank the Latin artists for me. And it's all based on when and where I was introduced to it. So let's go back to about 2014, 2015, 2016. I'm going to put Ozuna number 1. I'm going to put Manuel number 2. Anuel, he number 2. And then I'm going to put I put Karol G number 3. I'm talking like recent artists. I'm gonna go ahead and put Bad Bunny in there. Mike Tower.